RJ here, chilling at the Young Hollywood studio with Mike Posner. Now, your song, Cooler Than Me, is on the radio every time I turn it on.
You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me, and you never say hey or remember my name, and it's probably 'cause you think you're cooler than me.
So where were you the first time you heard the song? What were you doing?
I was in LA.
Okay.
And I got a text, and my friend was like, they're about to play your song, Power 106. I was like, oh, wow. So I rushed over. I have like a clock radio. That's like my alarm clock. It's like the only radio I have in my house. So I like turned like the dial, like found it. And I was like, oh my God, he wasn't lying. They play it a lot now, so I'm grateful.
Yes, I was gonna say, now we're on probably like 10,000. What's it like the 10,000th time you've heard the song on the radio?
I don't really listen to the radio that much because I don't want my music to sound like the other stuff on it.
But it's so crazy, like the debut album hasn't even hit yet, and yet you're getting that much airplay. Like how do you top it? Where do you go from here?
Oh, I have way bigger records coming.
Really?
Don't worry.
Give us a little sneak peek of what we can
Do
look
I
forward
look
to.
stupid enough to put my biggest record first? No, but for the last 2 years, I started off making music in my dorm room. I built this base, and I have this army of people across the country that supported me when they didn't have to, So for the last 2 years, I like to say I'm holding the bow, and I've been pulling back the bow farther and farther and farther. I'm about to let it go right now.
So I've heard a couple really just crazy comparisons. I mean, one of them said, like, the voice of Justin Timberlake with the producing skills of Timberlake. I mean, that's like the best and the best. And like, they're saying Mike Posner is that.
Wow.
Like,
well,
when you hear that, what do you think?
That's an incredible honor. Like, both those guys sold hundreds of millions of records. You're talking about the best producer in the game and one of the biggest pop stars in the world. So I have a lot of work to do before I can, I feel like I can be in the same sentence with either of them. But that's an honor. But, that being said, I don't think my music sounds like anybody's. I'm my own artist. If I thought I sounded like Justin Timberlake, I don't mean it's in a bad way.
Right.
I would quit, you know what I mean? Because Justin Timberlake's Justin Timberlake. I'm me. I feel like that's why I'm on this couch with you, because people react to my lyrics. I write all my own songs, and I really believe that listeners can tell.
So what was the inspiration of Cooler Than Me?
Well, I wrote that song when I was still at Duke. I was a junior, and
right.
There's a lot of girls on campus there that have big egos. Like
blushing, by the way, he's getting a little red here, but continue.
Like they're all over the world. And, there's so many girls that have come out of my past and be like, I know that song's about me. I'm just like, okay, you can keep thinking that if you want.
So a couple other things we've heard about, just want to know, the truth behind it, like the whole Jay-Z thing. Is it true, like, he came after you or sought after you and you met with him early on?
No, I've been making that up all along.
You're making it all along?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, so tell us what happened. I mean, Jay-Z's like, that's legendary, man.
It was finals week my junior year.
Right.
So I had a 20-page paper to do. It was like the only thing between me and my summer. And my manager, Dan, who's standing back there, he called me, he's like, I got some good news. He's like, Jay-Z wants to take a meeting. So I flew out during finals week to New York. It was my second time in New York that week because I had met with a bunch of other labels, earlier. And I played Cooler Than Me, and his face just went like that. He made the ugly face.
You got a good Jay-Z impression going on.
He made the ugly face, and I'll never forget, he turned to his manager and he goes, all right, so what do we do now? And his manager goes, I think we do a deal now. He goes, all right, let's do a deal.
Wow.
And so I fast forward, I'm back at Duke finishing this paper, and I look in my email, and it's like a record deal offer from Rock Nation. I was just like, how am I gonna finish this? At this point, my mind's like going nuts. But I didn't sign with them. I signed with RCA. If I could write you a song to make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arm. I use the ball of my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me.
Thank you, man. It was fun.
Thank you.
Was it good?
Yeah, I had a blast.
Good times.
My butt kind of hurts.
I know, right?